Welcome to Norway, a place where nature isn't just beautiful, it's absolutely epic. Today, we're diving deep into the land of legendary fjords, snow-capped mountains, and skies painted by the northern lights. We're taking you on an adventure through Norway's wild beauty, and by the end, you'll see why this place is a must for every traveler. Whether you're here for nature, culture, or that indescribable sense of awe, let's dive into a journey that captures it all. Ready to see landscapes that will make you rethink your travel bucket list? So, let's start with Norway's world-famous fjords. And yes, that's a word you've probably heard. But what makes these fjords so iconic? The Geiranger Fjord and Norway Fjord are UNESCO World Heritage Sites, surrounded by cliffs that plunge dramatically into the water. It's like walking into a fairy tale. Did you know some of these fjords are around 11,000 years old, shaped by ancient glaciers? Geiranger Fjord's towering cliffs and cascading waterfalls make you feel like you're standing in nature's cathedral. And Norway Fjord? It's one of the narrowest fjords in Norway, creating a feeling of intensity with the surrounding landscape. And these landscapes aren't just for looking at. For those of you wondering, is there more to do here than sightseeing? Absolutely! The fjords are adventure central. Now, if you're planning to get up close and personal with these fjords, there's plenty to do. You can hop on a boat tour, hike along cliffside trails, or find scenic viewpoints where it feels like time just stops. And let me tell you, there's something surreal about standing on one of those cliffs and looking down at the calm waters below. It's like you're in another world. Norway's fjords aren't just about jaw-dropping scenery. They have a deep-rooted culture, too. This region is home to small fishing villages that have been here for centuries, dating back to the Vikings. Yep, the same Vikings who sailed the seas lived right here and left a mark on the fjord's culture. Walking around these villages, you can almost feel the history in the air. On our last visit, we met a fisherman in a small village who told us about his family's connection to the fjords. His ancestors fished these waters, guided by the same rugged cliffs we see today. It's incredible how these landscapes are woven into the lives of the people here, forming an unbreakable bond between nature and heritage. And Norway's majestic mountains? These aren't your average peaks. They're dramatic, towering, and full of surprises. Jotunheimen National Park is home to Norway's highest mountains, and it's an absolute dream for hikers and nature lovers. In fact, if you're a fan of challenging trails, Bessigen Ridge is one you'll never forget. One of the most popular hikes, where you can walk along a narrow ridge with views of a shimmering blue lake on one side and a green valley on the other. It's a challenge, but the reward? Pure, untouched beauty. But hey, what if hiking isn't really your thing? No worries. Norway's mountains are all about adventure on your terms. If you're more into winter sports, Norway's ski culture is alive and kicking. Norwegians are practically born with skis on their feet. From alpine skiing to snowboarding, places like the Lyngen Alps offer an adrenaline rush you won't forget. Imagine skiing down a mountain with a view of the ocean below. Only in Norway, right? The thrill of skiing here is unmatched. Not into skiing or hiking? No worries. Norway has you covered with some of the world's most scenic drives. Take Trollstigen, for example, a winding road with 11 hairpin turns through cliffs, offering views that will have you pulling over every few minutes. Each turn is more stunning than the last. It's one of those drives where the journey is just as incredible as the destination. All right, let's talk about Norway's Arctic wonders, the Northern Lights. And if you're like, can I actually see them, or is it just in postcards? Yes, you absolutely can. Tromsø, up north, is one of the best spots to catch the lights dancing across the sky. You might be wondering, how reliable is it to see the Northern Lights? While there's no guarantee, visiting in the right season, from September to March, gives you a high chance. Imagine standing out there, bundled up in the cold, wrapped in about 5 layers of clothing, and waiting for that moment when the lights appear. It's surreal and totally worth every chilly second. But winter isn't the only time to visit Norway's far north. In the summer, you can experience the midnight sun, where the sun never sets for weeks. It's strange, but there's something so freeing about knowing the day never truly ends. Imagine you could be hiking, fishing, or just enjoying a meal outside at midnight, with daylight. For a deeper taste of Arctic life, there's the Sami culture and their iconic reindeer herding traditions that goes back generations. Spending time with a Sami family, learning about their history and way of life, was one of my most meaningful experiences here. And let's not forget, Norway's Arctic is a haven for wildlife. And yes, Arctic wildlife fans, you might spot whales, reindeer, and even polar bears in certain parts. Norway is more than just a beautiful destination. Norway's fjords, mountains, Arctic wonders. It's a country that feels like it was made for explorers and make you feel like you've stepped into another world. It's the kind of experience that leaves you changed. So, which part inspired you the most? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you're ready for more epic adventures, be sure to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and join me on our next trip through Scandinavia, which will be listed here in the right section when available. On this next trip, we explore forests, lakes, and islands. It's gonna be just as magical. See you in the next one!